Hi guys, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the Cricket Cult Fantasy League and Predictor. And as always, my two boys are here with their expert comments, weekly predictions, and fantasy teams. So without further ado, let's jump into this week's episode. So we had a very exciting week last week. There were a lot of interesting matches and picked up on a couple of things which we'll discuss here with Luthra and Arav. So, guys, I'd like to start off with firstly Padikal's century. I think it was coming. I think there was, with his string of 30, 40s, I think there was a small window there which he jumped into to make a massive score. And the Wankhede wicket, I'm sure, made that a little easier. So, what are your thoughts?
Arav, do you want to go first?
I think, he's shown that, he's been very technically correct even last season and whatever domestic cricket he's played. So I was not surprised when I saw that century. It was just, if he'd come back from COVID and if he was, he had recovered enough, had enough practice time, etc. But I think he just quenched all those questions and I think he's a star for the future. So no doubts over there.
Do you guys think it was a fair comment by Ajay Jadeja? And I think it was that this was by far the best century in the IPL by an uncapped Indian player.
See, it's a tough one because if you rewind the clock when the IPL was extremely new, Manish Pandey, who was an unknown name in Indian cricket at that time, hit one of the best centuries before anyone had, any Indian player had hit a century. McCullum had hit a century already, being an international capped player, but no Indian capped player had hit a century. But Manish Pandey did. I think that century was also amazing. See, you got to understand that cricket has evolved. That was back in 2008. Sorry, we are in 2021. If you go back, look at that innings, it would be a little tough to, unfair actually to compare an innings in 2021 with one in 2008. I think for that, it's time. 2008, what Manish Pandey did was marvelous.
I think Manish was 2009, Arav, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, maybe 2009. One of the years. Maybe 2009.
But yeah, I mean, at least compared to 2009 and 21, the game has come a long way. That's true.
Fair enough. In terms of, I just rated it in terms of the inevitability of the event. Like when he started batting, It was like when he was on 30, it was like he will score 100. And I didn't doubt it. And it was a chanceless innings. Paul Valthati scored a brilliant 100, and he's also an uncapped player. But I mean, just the sense of control that Padikkal showed was amazing.
And I think I don't know if you guys will agree, but having Kohli at the other end for a fanboy like Padikkal, who's looked up and thought of playing alongside Kohli, and has got the chance to do so because of the IPL, and just had that moment. I think he really cherished that moment, and then there was no way he was going to stop batting. He wanted to. Yeah, he wasn't getting out that day. All right, guys. So let's jump into the week. Sorry, Luthra, you were adding something?
No. Let's just jump straight to the contest.
Sounds good. All right. So I'll give it to Luthra first to announce the winners of the predictor contest first, and then we'll jump into the league.
So, guys, amongst the 2 weeks, we have our highest score in terms of the predictor contest. Sanat Kapoor, he got 8 out of 9 predictions correct, and on top of that, he correctly predicted the table toppers and wooden spoon holders. So he ends
well done,
up with 120 out of a possible 130 points. Apart from the 50 bonus points. So well done, Sanat Kapoor. He's our winner for week 2 predictor contest.
Alrighty. So congratulations, Sanat. We'll be in touch with you to sort out your prizes and arrangements for the week. Anyway, coming back to our fantasy league. This is the real money league that's going on, and the contest, as last week we said, is heating up, and it's definitely heating up now. So this week, out of the 3 panelists, we'll announce the scores for the 3 of us. And this week, guys, Luthra has come in number 1 position out of the 3 of us. So congratulations, Luthra. he's jumped across Arav and is now leading the week out of the 3 of us. So this week, Siddharth Luthra has ended up with 1,551.5 points. That's 1,551.5. Number 2 position, we have Arav Vij with 1,378.5. So I'd say that's a decent gap. I think Arav's a little quiet on the show today. I think that's. I'm sure you guys can sense what's happening here. And on number three position, I have come on number three position with 1366.5 points.
So just a
So
12-point
interesting week.
difference between the two of you. So that's not much.
Yeah, interesting
I
week
think
for us.
Luthra's got his COVID luck going for him. He's COVID positive, guys, by the way.
Yeah, so our thoughts and wishes to Luthra, and especially Luthra's family.
No, but thank God I'm asymptomatic. Things are not going great in Delhi. So our hopes and our
Yeah.
this thing is that everyone gets
Yeah.
fine,
Yeah,
but
take care,
I'm
guys.
asymptomatic, so thank you guys.
All right. So, given the three of our scores and RF being at number two position this week, RF score will be considered as base. And keeping that score as base, now is time for our week two leaderboard and our overall leaderboard for our fantasy contest. So, announcing the week two winners, the top five for week two, coming in at number one is Dina Punarigan at 357 points. Well done, Dina. Some consistent play there. Number two is Sachit Jain. Well done, Sachit. Good stuff. Sachit has 349 points. Number three, we have Chirag Lulla, another consistent player with 340 points. We have Pawan Ahuja with 321 points at number four. And at number five, we have Vaibhav Tibrewal with 280 points. So well done, guys. You're the top five for our week two. And consider, yeah.
So cumulatively, which is what matters, which is the score that matters. Cumulatively, week one and week two, right now, the top five positions are held by. So at number one, it is Dina. Again, like he's been probably the most consistent out of the 2 weeks, 650 points. And number two is Chirag Lulla with 523 points. At number three is our week one winner, Prashant Rajgadia, 460.5 points. At number four is Puneet Samant, 336. And just 0.5 behind him is our number five, which is Vaibhav Tibrewal, a friend of ours and a colleague of ours, 335.5. So well done, guys.
Well done, guys.
After 2 weeks.
Going good. The contest is heating up. We're seeing a couple of shuffles on the leaderboard. We're seeing a couple of consistent names on the leaderboard, and I'm sure the coming weeks will just confirm or deny that. So let's see how we go. All right, guys.
It's like the IPL. Anything can happen. The table can go up and down.
The table is always changing. All right, guys. So coming to our week three predictions and fantasy. So I'll hand it over to Arav first to take us through his fantasy 11. Let's go, Arav.
You're doing the fantasy first this time? Okay, here you go.
Yeah, we'll do fantasy first.
So my fantasy 11 for this time is, governed by the fact that matches are moving out of Chennai. There's just the one match in Chennai. I feel the IPL is going to kind of graduate from being a low scoring 2 weeks to slightly higher scoring matches, because you're going to be moving to Bombay, Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is a really good batting wicket. So I am, hinging on the scores. I mean, it being a more batting centric week. And to start with, of course, again, we have three teams, in fact, playing three matches this time: Bangalore, Calcutta, as well as Delhi. So I've picked my team accordingly. So I'll run you through it. I have from Bangalore, I've picked three players. I've got Virat Kohli. It's the first time I've taken Virat. He's come back to form in the last game, and 3 games I don't think Virat will not score in either of the games. So I'm expecting a couple of good knocks from him at least. I've also actually put him in as my captain for this particular week. I have retained AB de Villiers in my team. They say when you back someone, be it on the field or in this case maybe in a cricket cult 11, I'm backing him through the tournament, I guess. So AB de Villiers, I feel, is he's due for another big knock. Had to go with Devdutt Padikkal because he's going to bat at the top of the order, and 3 games he's in sublime form. He's not going to miss out in 3 games. He's going to have at least a couple of good knocks. Because RCB, these 3 batsmen are sort of like a bank, I would say. and hopefully the bank pays dividends. So these are my 3 picks from RCB. I have picked 2 players from Delhi. Delhi again is a team on the upswing right now, and gone in with Shikhar Dhawan, just on form again. He's also my vice captain, so hoping that he can continue what he's been doing. I have an interesting second pick from Delhi actually, because I paid attention to his previous innings and he looked in really good form. And you don't keep players like that away from the 11 as well as from performances for too long. I've gone in with Steve Smith. Steve Smith is going to bat at number 3 for Delhi, and I don't see him not performing after the kind of form he showed, the kind of shots he was hitting. I think he's back. He got unlucky with that Pollard delivery, didn't pick it, the slow one, but I think it's a very safe bet going for someone like Steve Smith. He's a class player. He's in the brackets of Kohli for me. From KKR, my pick is Andre Russell. Like I said, it's going to be a batting-centric tournament for this week. That's my belief. And Russell has come back to form. He's kind of a player who once he gets going, he gets going. So he's had that knock in the previous innings, although they lost. But I feel he'll carry this form forward in the couple of games this week. Bombay, I've retained the person I've picked the previous 2 weeks, Suryakumar Yadav. He's got his 30s and 40s, and I think it's just an omen for the fact that he's due for that big score. So Bombay are playing in Delhi. It's the first game outside Chennai, and he'll be really hungry to convert those starts into a big score. So I'm going to still back him in this coming week. From Rajasthan, I've gone in for an all-rounder. I've gone in for Shivam Dube. So Shivam Dube has been, hitting the ball really well. Even in the match against RCB, he was batting it well. He's bowling decently. I'm backing him to get a couple of wickets. So Shivam Dube it is from Rajasthan. Chennai have gone on current form. They're going to be, they're going to be playing in, I think Delhi it is. They're going to be playing a game. So Deepak Chahar is my pick from CSK. He may not get 4 wickets, but I'm pretty sure he may get at least a couple of wickets with that new ball. So let's hope he continues doing that. Hyderabad again, I've retained Rashid Khan. Hyderabad are actually playing that 1 game in Chennai and the 2nd game in Delhi, which is also a slightly slower wicket. So I'm still backing Rashid to do well. He did well in Chennai, and both these wickets will still suit him. So no safer bet from Hyderabad than Rashid Khan. Lastly, I've re-included Mohammad Shami in my team from Punjab. Reason being that he's had his 1 off game, and a person like that, a fast bowler like that, will not have too many of those. So I had him in my team for the first week. Glad I dropped him for the second because he had a terrible game, and I picked him back now. It's a gut feel. So that sums up my 11.
Thanks, Arav. Very, very interesting combination of players there. Good luck for the week.
Cheers.
And let's move to Luthra. Luthra, can you take us through your 11, please?
Yeah. So as Arav rightly pointed out, I think RCB are playing 3 games, KKR are playing 3 games, DC are playing 3 games, and Bombay is playing just the 1, right? Oh, Mumbai.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arav, if I offended you. So the 11 are my 11 is in no particular order. Devdutt Padikkal is going to open, and he's my captain. I know it might be a little reactive, but that's how it is. Shikhar Dhawan will continue to be in my team. He's my vice captain. I have Maxwell as my all-rounder from RCB. He's been in terrific form. Some might say he's due for a failure, but that's okay. I also have Virat Kohli, so I have like batting heavy Bangalore. Then from Chennai, I have Faf du Plessis. I think he's found his form and he'll be raring to go. For KKR, I am backing Shubman Gill. You can't keep a good man down for too long. So I'm backing Shubman Gill. SRH again, as Arav said, bank Rashid Khan. Then I got Rabada. DC are playing 3 games. Rabada primarily bowls in the death, and there's more chances of picking wickets. So just purely by that logic, I have Rabada. I am continuing to back Joss Butler. As I keep on saying every week, he's my favorite white ball player, so I can't be not back him after 2 bad weeks. So Butler and Punjab, I'll continue to have KL Rahul. From Bombay, I think I missed out Bombay. I'll have Jasprit Bumrah for this whole game that Mumbai play. So that's
All
going to
right.
be my 11.
Thanks, Luthra. Thanks for sharing that with us. Good luck. Good luck for the week. And I'll take you guys through my 11 now. So I've stuck with Rohit Sharma from Mumbai Indians. So he's my opening batsman. I have Samson from Rajasthan. I feel Sanju Samson is, of course, he proved it with that innings. And as captain, he's hungry to get a few more runs under his belt. And I feel he's going to be a good contributor at the top of the order. Along with that, Sanju Samson is also my captain. Next from Punjab, I have KL Rahul. KL Rahul is, I feel, maturing into this Punjab team in a very nice and smooth way. And I think he has that confidence under him to make a couple of big scores himself. So I'm looking forward to that. I have Kohli at number 4. Virat is just RCB is in a very good headspace. Virat is in a very good headspace right now. That's the feeling I'm getting. With players around him performing, it's going to pick up his performance as well. And I'm expecting some big things from Kohli this week. Number 5, I have Morgan from KKR. Morgan for me is a very interesting character. I feel there is a massive, massive score which Morgan is going to produce in the coming week. I think he's going to produce a game-changing innings, which, mark my word, will be remembered for a long time. So I'm banking on that, and I know Morgan is going to deliver because he does have a lot of eyes on him, and he needs to prove a few people wrong. So after that, I have Rishabh Pant from Delhi. I've gone with Jadeja after Pant. Jadeja is a contributor in all departments of the game, and he proved it last week with his fielding and his efforts on the field, and a very handy bat down the order as well. Coming to my 4 bowlers, I have Rashid from Hyderabad. No brainer, as my colleagues here have also picked him. Easy option, good option. Then I have Rabada from DC. As I mentioned, good pace, good wicket taker, and one of my favorite bowlers. I have Trent Bolt from MI, followed by Chahar from CSK. So that's my 11 for you guys, and let's have a fun week ahead.
What about our predictions?
Oh yes, like I meant for the league now, coming to the predictions. So this time I'll hand it over to Arav again to take us through his predictions for the week.
Right. So my top of the table for the week is RCB. I mean, I think that's going to be a unanimous choice with most people playing this league. And bottom is what's actually going to determine who wins those 20 points. I get a gut feel KKR is going to have a horrible week, and I've gone with KKR for the bottom of the week. For my respective games, Rajasthan KKR, winner Rajasthan. CSK versus RCB. I'll go with CSK on this. CSK, I feel, will pip RCB. SRH versus DC. That's Delhi. I'm going on with Hyderabad. Punjab versus Calcutta. I'm going with Calcutta. Delhi versus Bangalore. I'm going with Bangalore on this. CSK versus SRH. I'm going with SRH. MI versus Rajasthan. I think Mumbai will bounce back. Playing at a different venue. I'll go with MI. DC versus KKR. I will go with Delhi. And lastly, Punjab versus Bangalore. I will go with Punjab. I have predicted RCB to lose 2 games, but my other predictions are such that RCB still remain on top. So yeah.
And you have predicted KKR to win 1 game, although you've also predicted they'll have a horrible week.
That's right. I've gone through the math. Don't worry.
Okay, so my predictions are like pretty much as Arav said, that on top it will be RCB. On the bottom, I think with the departure of Ben Stokes and Jofra Archer, I'll have Rajasthan Royals. At the bottom, my first game winner will be KKR. First game of week 3. Second, RCB. RCB is probably going to pip CSK in my opinion. For the third game, I have Delhi Capitals winning. For the fourth game, I have Kolkata Knight Riders. For the fifth game, again, I have Delhi Capitals winning. Then I'm backing SRH in their game versus CSK. In Bombay's only game, I'm backing them. So Mumbai Indians for that one. DC to go the full Monty this week. So I'm backing them for their third game as well. For the last game, I'm backing Punjab to continue their momentum and Punjab to win. Wadekar?
All right. So in the first game, I have Rajasthan to win. Next game, I have Chennai to beat RCB. The third game, I have Delhi to beat Hyderabad. Fourth game, KKR to beat Punjab, followed by an RCB win over Delhi. Then I have Hyderabad beating Chennai. Mumbai will beat Rajasthan. Delhi Capitals will win over Kolkata. And for the last game, I have Bangalore defeating Punjab. My top of the league is going to be RCB. I think RCB is on a good run and RCB will maintain top spot. And last position is going to Rajasthan this week.
All right.
There you go,
I think
guys.
that sums it up, guys. Anything you want to add, Arav? Aditya?
All done. And exciting week of cricket starting. Good luck to everyone. And the contest is definitely heating up. So best of luck. And we'll see you all next week.
Before week 4. See you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Take care. Be safe, everyone. Bye.